Hey influencers, welcome back to my channel. Hopefully you guys can hear me. I am just recovering from a major cold and also my voice is kind of gone, but I wanted to shoot this video. I do feel a little bit winded at times, but I'll be okay. Just wanted to make sure I bring this video to you guys because there was a question that was asked in one of my Facebook group, and I thought it's so important for us to discuss this topic so that there's clarity and you guys know what to do if you're held up in this sort of dilemma. So the question that was asked was, I am considering the option of taking the RHIT exam versus the RHIA exam. Will I be allowed to take the RHIT exam with my bachelor's degree, or is my only option to take the RHIA exam? This is because I really only need the RHIT at this time and may take the RHIA later on. I tried to ask the rep at the AHIMA Association, but they were not helpful. I hope this makes sense. I would appreciate any suggestion and or opinions. Thanks. Now my answer to that is most definitely a yes. The scenario for this particular individual is that she has sat for her RHIA program and she also sat for the RHIT. Now, you know the RHIT is a 2-year program. It's a 2-year program. Once you're done with the 2 years, associate's level, you can sit for the RHIT credential, you can sit for the coding credential, CCS, CCSP, CCA. And then if you decide, maybe you didn't sit for it for various different reasons, could be family crisis, you just didn't feel comfortable at the moment, there were job opportunities and other things you wanted to focus on, and you decided to do a continuing education program, got into the AHIMA RHIA program, and now you're at a situation where you have to decide after completing your bachelor's level program to sit for the RHIA. I want to take the RHIT, and is this okay? Most definitely, guys, it's okay to take the RHIT. It is not mandatory because you took your RHIA program, that 4-year program, or master's level, because the master's level can qualify you to sit for an RHIA if you go to the appropriate school. So between your master's level or your bachelor's level, of course, in this situation, the individual took a bachelor's level, but she's not interested in taking the RHIA at this point. She wants to take the RHIT. And for you guys, just so you know, and just for clarity, yes, you can take your RHIT. AHIMA is not going to stop you or mandate that you must take the RHIA because you went to that 4-year program, you did your master's or you did your bachelor's, and that's what you qualified to sit for. Remember, RHIA is also a leadership credential. It's a management credential. So if you plan on doing leadership management, you really want to consider getting something like that and getting that credential. It is the top credential to have, and it does trump the RHIT, but you can still sit for the RHIT. And I would recommend, if you have an opportunity to sit for any of your AHIMA credential, please do. Don't hold off on taking it because you're not sure, and I'm stuck with taking the RHIA. I got to study up for it. I'm not sure if I'm going to really do well in this, but I feel much comfortable taking the RHIT, and do I really qualify to sit for it? And must I take my RHIA? No. Get your RHIT. That's your first stepping stone. So get that if you can, even though you have that bachelor's level. Once you get that and you've gotten your feet wet, you've gotten into where you need to, or maybe you're comfortable, that's okay. As time goes on and you want to work your way up in the industry, then you can consider sitting for that exam. And I have never seen where the exam eligibility time frame does expire, so you can take your RHIA down the line. Focus on first things first. What do you want to get? You qualify for both. Kudos, that's awesome. That means you can sit for both exams. You want to take the RHIT, kudos, awesome. Please do it and grab that credential because nobody can take it away from you. I have heard of instances where everybody is talking about the doing away of the RHIT and keeping the RHIA, and we're not sure what the industry is going to look like in the years to come. Being that is the fact, you want to make sure that you go ahead and sit for your credential. Grab it, have it, nobody can take it away from you, and then decide what you want to do in the future. But for the AHIMA credential, RHIT, yes, you can sit for it even after you have taken your bachelor's level program. One thing I'm going to say is make sure that you're going to the AHIMA website, exploring the website with all things related to that specific credential. It's going to give you specifications about all you need to know about taking that exam. That particular exam, whether it's the RHIT, RHIA, coding credentials, and other credentials that they have on there, read up on it and understand what is expected. What will qualify you to sit for those exams? If you go in and you're reading those things, you will be able to answer these questions that I'm bringing back to you. Also, look at the candidate guide when it comes to your certification. It's going to give you those specifications to take the exam. How can you get your certification? What are the eligibility for it? What program should you have done? Is your program accredited? That is extremely important, because if it is, you can take your exam. So for those of you who are in that dilemma whereby you're unsure if you can sit for RHIT and not the upper level, which is the RHIA, are allowed to do that. There's no mandatory rules and regulation that says you must go ahead and sit for the RHIA. And call the association themselves, inquire with the reps. They will guide you and they'll give you all the information you need. But as always, I always try to bring these feedback back to you guys, my knowledge and what I'm aware of. And that is sure, sit for that exam. You qualify to sit for that exam. You've gone through school, you've studied, spent so much time on your credential. So go ahead and take that RHIT exam. Also, for those of you who have gone ahead and taking the RHIT, even though you qualified to sit for the RHIA, please comment down below. Let me know your thought process. Let me know what happened. What caused you to make this decision of taking your RHIT instead of your RHIA? Let's get the discussion going. I would love to read your comments. I hope you guys found this video to be helpful, useful, valuable, and I will see you on the next video.